My name is Comrade Fabian Precious, PA to the youth leader, Abua Odua local government area. And my take on the current political crisis in River State, if you ask me, I would say there is no crisis in River State, as the governor will always say. What I see here so far is distractors just coming to distract the administration and break the focus of our amiable governor from achieving his main motive of governance. Because they are scared of what the Holy Book says, that the glory of the latter is greater than the former. We are in the latter glory now, so I don't see any political crisis here. What I see is just distractors trying to distract the current administration. But I know they are failed. They can't. My stand is with the governor of River State, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, because he's the one that we voted for. We voted for him to give us dividends of democracy, of which he is doing it. So that is my stand, and that is also the stand of my own local government, the youth of my local government. Because when the whole crisis started, I was the first person in my local government to send an open letter to the House of Assembly member, because he was a party to the failed impeachment of the governor. So I sent an open letter to him, which everybody saw, which I told him that we voted for him to give us quality representation and not to merge force with enemy of the state, thereby going to impeach the governor that we elected with our own heart. After I sent that open letter to him, it was about 2 weeks later, my youth leader went on air, and also stated clear the stand of the Abua Odua youth, and told him that he shouldn't be a party, he should withdraw from his stake in this matter so far. But my own stand and the stand of my own local government, the youth of my local government, is with Sir Siminalayi Fubara, because he is the one that we gave the mandate to represent us, and he's doing it so far very well. The political structure so far, he hasn't come up plain to explain how the structure is. So the political structure, when it comes to politics, political structure doesn't belong to someone in Abuja. The political structure in PDP belongs to the state governor. So if you're talking about political structure, it belongs to SIM. For crying out loud, what the position the minister is holding is in Abuja there. So you can't live where you're given a position and come to the state here to drag a political structure. When he was the governor of River State, we gave him the full support. He held the River State structure very well, that no person could even come to even try to negotiate power with him. And we gave him the full support and the full force he needed. So right now, the glory of his own time has passed. This is a new administration, and we need to allow them work. The structure can no longer be in his own hand, but rather in the hand of the current governor. So there is nothing about trying to drag structure. Which structure are you trying to create here? Or does it mean you have an interest to go for one other position that you're trying to arrange your interest so far and keep, so someone wouldn't come and break your structure for, you know? The structure doesn't belong to him. The structure belongs to the state governor, Sir Siminalayi Fubara. First of all, we will thank Mr. President for his timely and fatherly intervention in the crisis of River State, despite the fact that it's a crisis between PDP and PDP. But he has shown so far that he's a president for all and not a president for just the APC. That we applaud him for. But the 8-point resolution so far reached, if you check well, all they were saying was just tackling the governor. There was no space for the governor there. And what Mr. President was trying to do there is, I'll call that dictatorship. And that's exactly what we're saying no to. We're saying no to dictatorship in River State. We're saying no to godfatherism. Because most of those matters are already in court. And it's not in the hands of the governor to decide. It's in the hands of the legislature to decide. So you won't ask the governor to go and decide what's in the hands of the legislature. The governor has his own duty, while the legislature also have their own duty to attend to. You won't tell the governor to say, okay, to bring up a speaker and impose a speaker on him. Nobody imposes the president of the Senate on the president. Nobody imposes on him. So he doesn't have that say or that right to come to River State and say, okay, this person must be your speaker. The former Speaker of the House of Representatives, right, Honorable Edison here, has already declared the seat vacant. PDP in the national has already written to INEC to come and declare the seats vacant, of which we're waiting for INEC to come so far. That is how far they have gone. You asking Amewule to go back as the speaker, then how about these other two sides? How are you going to go about it? So it doesn't favor the governor in any way, but I trust my governor as a peace-loving governor who has always said that peace is priceless. If you observe the current development so far, he's trying to see how he can merge all of those things and come to peaceful coexistence with the both parties. There's no problem anywhere between the governor and the formal speaker. There's no problem nowhere, because even when the governor made the speech that was on the 1st, he addressed that matter. Because Rivers youth were curious. I will have to ask question of what was really going on. Because we never expected that to happen. But the governor had to come out plain and address the matter. And if you observe, if they are having issues or any crisis in any way, you won't be seeing Edison always around the governor. But there is no function the governor goes to that you won't see Edison behind him. So far there is no issues. It's just, Mr. President, inside the 8-point resolution, one of them was for Edison here to step down as the speaker. And the governor has always said that peace is priceless. And he can do anything as long as peace is involved, as long as the safety of life and property, which he was elected in the office, is concerned, he can do it. So I see it as one of the steps to forestall peace and orderliness in the state. Not as if they're having any, if you say they're having crisis, I will disagree with that. They are not having no crisis at all. On the resignation, it was a voluntary resignation. They weren't forced. They gave different reasons of why they resigned. The former commissioner of works stated he said his conscience and his principles doesn't allow him. While some stated that it was due to personal reasons. You get? So when someone resigns out of personal reasons, you don't go and start begging the person to come back. Maybe the person has another engagement. That's why he's resigning. Then on the aspect of Right Honorable Edison here being the chief of staff, you never can tell. He has worked. He has served. So if he happens to be the chief of staff tomorrow, I will still applaud it. Because whatever the governor says, he is holding the mandate. He is the one we voted for. So whichever choice he made, whichever steps he takes, we are solemnly behind him. I'll focus my attention on the politics of Rivers State, because that's where my major stake and my major interest is. What I would say so far is the governor is doing a great job. The governor is doing a good job. He's utilizing the resources of Rivers State in a very good way, of which the people of Rivers State are happy with him. People of Rivers State are happy with him, and we're giving him our full support. Workers has been earning the same salary for the past 8 years. When he came into power, he saw the need to increase the salary. He increased the salary of civil servants. For the first time in Rivers State, the civil servants were going home with 100,000 naira for Xmas, which administration in Rivers State has ever done that. Corpers were going home with 15,000 naira for Xmas bonus. And I also learned that the governor had to even sanction the local government chairman to pay Xmas bonus to their workers. For crying out loud, what else do we need to see to make us know that the administration of Sir Siminalayi Fubara has the best interest of the masses at hand? So what I will say, here that is the best way to resolve these whole issues is day or day, make we do our day. Nobody worry nobody. When Governor Wike was the governor of Rivers State, we gave him his full support and we stood by him even when the federal forces were coming. But now is the time for another governor. So he should take his hand off the matter and allow the young man to rule. So that's my stake on this whole thing.